Well, good morning, campers. So I thought I'd make a video about my continual quest for shoes. I'll start off with what worked. The Ultra Temp 1.5, the best shoe ever made. When they made this, I thought, I'm done. I'm done for life. I've got my shoe. I don't need to buy any more shoes. The next year, Ultra sold out. Golden Harper sold out to, it's a company that owns North Face. It's a multinational company that owns like 30 other big athletic companies. So what I did with that is I went onto eBay and I bought like every pair that I could find. They weren't doing new anymore, so I'd find things that were just lightly used, like this is a pair. So I bought 8 pairs of Temp 1.5s. So I burned through 3 pairs in the past couple of years between the Appalachian Trail and the Oregon Coast Trail and the California Coastal Trail that I did. So I'm running out of options. But the problem is with old shoes is that the foam in the midsole degrades, so that even if you bought a brand new shoe, a brand new 1.5 still in the box, the foam itself is what, 3 or 4 years old now. So they tend to break down real fast. And with these shoes, where they break down is they break down along the side, so that the shoe will tend to roll on as you walk. So it puts a lot of stress on the outside of your ankle. So even though I've got 5 pairs left, they'll degrade real fast. Maybe I can get a couple hundred miles out of them before they start to roll, and that's not fun. So I did try out the Lone Peak versions, but what I don't like about those is there's not enough padding. These are about 29 millimeters of stack height. So the Lone Peaks, I think, are 25. So just a little too little padding. And when you're 69, your feet become a little bit more delicate than when you're 22. So I heard a few good things about Topo. So I tried out the Mountain Racer Topo. It was weird in that it felt like you would clunk down, like it would give you this kind of, because I usually hit on my heel, but this one would just rotate in towards the inside of your ankle. And really, after about 10,000 steps, the inside of my ankle was getting sore. So it's like, that's not going to work. So again, the problem is, it's not a big deal if you're walking around the mall. The big deal comes when you're doing 30, 40,000 steps a day, and then you've got to repeat that the next day and the next day and the next day. Then it becomes a big deal. Little things become big things after a couple days of that. So I tried out the Topo Ultra Venture. It didn't do that kind of crazy twisting, but it's really narrow here. So the good thing about the Altras is they've got a nice width here and a good wide toe box. Now, a lot of people complain that they don't like that the old Altras were kind of sloppy, but that's kind of a good thing in that you don't get blisters. When it's tight here, the problem is that can develop problems later on. And the second thing I didn't like about this is the 5 millimeter drop. It felt like you're going clunk, 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 clunk. With the Altras, it's kind of a smooth transition because it's a 0 drop. So I'm going to return these. Luckily, I bought them at REI, and REI is fantastic about trying out shoes. So currently on the Ultra Olympus. Now, it's better. It's really stiff. It doesn't want to bend much. Just the old Temps are much more loose. But you know, it's better. It's okay. What's the weird part about it, and what I'm having a hard time with, is the inside of my ankle is rubbing right on this pad. If you can kind of see it, it's a real hard pad too. It's not like a cushy pad. The old pads were very soft, and it really wouldn't let the back of your foot slip. This one kind of does, and that pad on the inside is just rubbing. So I guess I could undo the side hair and cut that off and then sew it. So I was just watching Darwin, and he tried out the Topo in the Pursuit model. That's a zero drop, okay. Probably going to be a narrow in the mid foot like this was too. So I'll return these and then try out the Topo Pursuit. And if that doesn't work, give up long distance hiking. I don't know, because probably the one crucial thing in putting down 40,000 steps is your shoes. Yeah, you can play with backpacks and you can play with clothes and everything else you can play with, but shoes are one thing that doesn't really my dog, that doesn't really lend itself to tinkering. It either works or it doesn't. So we'll carry this on, and I'll tell you how things are going with the Topo Pursuit. Thanks for watching.